It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Xbox, it's official. They're no longer a competitor. They're like the new Sega, except they have a lot more zeros in the bank because Microsoft is a multi-trillion-dollar company and you are a bird.
I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, a few shameless plugs. First and foremost, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I will be doing a marathon stream on this channel. I'll have a link to that scheduled stream below in the description and top pin comment, and also in the description and top pin comment, I have a link to my ASMR channel called Tech25 ASMR. My newest video there is my history with the Xbox brand. I discuss it, and I have a whole bunch of other content there and new content coming in the very near future. So make sure to check out Tech25 ASMR, link below in the description and top pin comment. So yesterday I was out and about doing errands, and all of a sudden my phone starts blowing up from Messenger, from social media, and everyone's like, Rich, there is the Halo original remake that's out. They're calling it Halo Campaign Evolved. You should check it out. I'm like, all right, cool. We kind of heard rumors about that, so it's not that shocking. But what was shocking was where the trailer was, and yeah, it's coming to PlayStation day one. Halo Campaign Evolved. It's over. Once you have that coming to your competing platforms, it's like when Sega brought Sonic the Hedgehog to other platforms and Shenmue. Come on. Anyway, the information about Halo Campaign Evolved and its features comes from TheVerge.com. I'll read it to you, and then we'll discuss. Halo Campaign Evolved is going to include 3 new bonus missions, and these missions are going to offer some new opportunities for character interactions between the Chief and Johnson. These missions will also include new environments, gameplay, characters, and enemies. There are also new mechanics and AI behaviors. Perhaps the most obvious is the ability to sprint in the game, which that's going to be very welcome to me, which makes everything from combat to moving around missions feel a lot faster. There's even a new seat in the Warthog, affectionately referred to as the golf cart seat or bumper seat by Halo Studios developers. It will be ideal for co-op missions, as someone can now hang off the rear of the Warthog. Up to 4 people can play this campaign together online, regardless what platform they're playing on, thanks to cross-play and shared progression across console and PC. There's also a 2-player split-screen co-op local play on consoles, just like the original game. The weapons have been remodeled and rebuilt with higher fidelity, so the look, feel, and sound of weapons is far better than what Halo Studios achieved with the remastered versions. The plasma effects from guns will even fully light up the indoor environments. That's because they're using Unreal Engine 5, Lumen, and hopefully the game runs smoothly. You could also aim down the sights now, and there are 9 additional weapons from across the Halo series available in Campaign Evolved, which that should be interesting to see how they play in the original game, including the ability to pick up an energy sword after you've killed an elite. If you're a fan of the vehicles in Halo, you'll even be able to hijack enemy ones so you can pilot a fully drivable Wraith in this campaign. Now, when it comes to Halo Campaign Evolved's online aspect, they do talk about how there's going to be online co-op, local co-op, but the original Halo, minus 4-player split screen, if you wanted to have a LAN party, didn't have a competitive aspect where you could go online anyway and play. So a lot of people were wondering about that. Hey, that would be cool if there was online play or competitive online play with Halo Campaign Evolved, but Microsoft is being mum about it. And when Tom Warren over at The Verge went to ask about campaign online multiplayer, if there's going to be a competitive aspect, Microsoft refused to answer, which in turn tells me they're probably experimenting with it now, and they don't want to make an announcement until they know it works. So, or it doesn't work. So they don't want to say, no, there's going to be no online multiplayer, but they don't want to say yes either in case there's issues. So, which I think is smart from a PR perspective, especially right now with Microsoft and Xbox. The last thing they need is more negative PR. Now, if you look at the gameplay and visuals, Halo Campaign Evolved, I want to get it. I'm excited for this. But that's not what we're talking about here. And this isn't the first game that Microsoft made from one of their studios that's going on PlayStation. And they've been making their games available on PC day one since the 8th generation. So that's nothing new either. But to see Halo, a remake of Halo, which was the flagship franchise from Xbox, which was the franchise that allowed Xbox to be Xbox. Many would argue, and I agree, that Xbox wouldn't exist if they didn't have Halo as an exclusive that launched on the original Xbox. To see that game coming to their competing platform, the PlayStation, day one, it's just wild. And if anyone's questioning if Microsoft is raising the white flag when it comes to being a hardware competitor, or frankly, even Xbox just being the Xbox that we knew beyond the hardware, this is the perfect symbol that Xbox, as we knew it, is dead. You know, it's funny, the former FCC chair, Lena Khan, warned about all this. She said that it's going to make Microsoft a monopoly. They're going to do things that are anti-consumer and anti-competitive. And she was right. They raised the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to $30 a month, which really doesn't make it a value anymore. They raised the prices of their consoles multiple times when no one wanted them at the original price point. Even before all these price increases, Microsoft was lagging behind PlayStation 5 for quite a while. Microsoft has had thousands of layoffs in its gaming division since they acquired Activision Blizzard, and they're too wealthy to care. They have literally, Microsoft has trillions in the bank, and them worrying about hardware or worrying about being pro-consumer is the last thing on their minds. The first thing on their minds is margins, and they want to try to get 30% margins off of their Xbox products, which is insane. So many people I've seen like, Rich, they're still making hardware. Look at the Xbox Ally X and look at the Xbox Ally. That's not, first off, that's Asus's thing, okay? Asus made the Xbox Ally X. Microsoft did work with them on the software side of things and making their cut-down version of Windows, but that's an Asus product. Get rid of the handles on it, and it essentially looks like an ROG Ally X. But in terms of Microsoft making hardware that is just in this Xbox ecosystem where it has its own proprietary operating system, which makes it a piece of hardware that can be competitive to what Sony and Nintendo has, those days are done. What they care about is profits. What they care about is making the most money they can in the short term. And they're not looking at the long term, even though this is anti-consumer and will damage the brand of Xbox in the long term. They rather just kill it off now and just slap Xbox stickers on other people's hardware, have their games be third party, and just make as much money off of those as possible. And if it destroys the Xbox brand, Microsoft's going to look at their trillions in the bank and not care. It's sad because this is an end of an era. And yes, there was other games, like I said before, that Microsoft made that have gone on Sony's platforms and other platforms. But to see Halo be on PlayStation and have a trailer for it tells you everything you need to know. This is Rich Tomorrow, signing out. Sub to the channel and sub to my ASMR channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.